They did a super job in making the plays they needed to make to win the game. They made one more play than we did. And, we just got to give them all the credit. It's a painful experience. Locker room's hurting. Somewhere along the line, we'll grow from this painful experience and get better from it. I believe that there's a lot to learn in the good and the bad. And obviously, this is very disappointing. But if we use it the right way, when you hit the off season and you get going, we got a lot of juniors and sophomores and freshmen on this team, and hopefully they'll understand what it's all about. I don't have anybody on our team that's been here, and hopefully they'll understand that this is what it's all about. I'm proud of my guys. There were 10 teams at home today watching, and there were 2 champions playing for one ring. And again, unfortunately, they made one more play than we did. I didn't see any quitters on the field all night. We just kind of ran out of time. It's 3rd game in a row. We get a holding call on the last drive against Georgia Tech. So something I'll have to see if we can figure out not to do. I don't know if there was a holding call the whole game, but disappointing. But again, congratulations to Georgia Tech. I want to congratulate CJ. Left it all on the field. That's all you can ask. He left everything he had on the field, and we lost the game, and I think he's still named the MVP. And so really proud of him. I thought there were some good things in the game, but obviously we didn't play well enough to win. With that, I'll take some questions.
Okay, please raise your hands. Let us get the 2 handheld mics to you. Let us know who you are and who you're with. First question to our left.
Gene Sapikoff from Charleston. CJ, can you just talk about what it's like to have such a performance like that and come up just a little short?
First of all, just got to give honor to God. Without him, none of this would have been possible for our team. A lot of people had us written off not to even be in this position. But we stayed together and fought, and next I want to just give the credit to my offensive line. Them guys did a great job of covering them up. My wide receivers did a great job of downfield blocking, and they just made my job a lot easier. You never want to come up short when you play these championship games, but like Coach Swinney said, them guys just made that extra play they needed to make to win.
Next question to our left.
Oh, hi, Ron Morris. Dabo, it seemed like the game really came down to your inability to stop them. Is that kind of the way you saw it?
Yep, they didn't really stop us either. And again, we ran out of time. But certainly that's when you can't stop them. It's hard to win. And they made some critical plays. 4th down, 3rd down. I don't know what they were on 3rd down, but it had to be unbelievable. 11 of 18. Hard to win. Hard to win. Time of possession had to be way out of whack. Again, I wouldn't say they stopped us. It was a shootout, but unfortunately we just couldn't get the ball enough, and then we had a couple of turnovers on offense that allowed them to get a couple extra possessions in there. But that certainly was a key.
In front of me.
Leo Haggerty, Night Sports Production, Tampa, Florida. Coach, no punts in the whole game. Did you expect it to be a shootout when you started?
Well, I knew it wasn't going to be 9-6 like somebody had suggested to me earlier. I knew it wasn't going to be that, but I'm surprised there wasn't any punts. We felt confident going in the game that we could move the ball. Also felt confident that we would, create some stops. But again, they did a super job. They did a great job of just kind of moving the chains and grinding it out and working the clock.
Far back of the room.
Coach Swinney, Cole St. Clair from Columbia. Coach, the game, as I look back on it now, and it's not far over, it certainly mirrors the season itself. Your kids were awfully resilient tonight. There was no give in that. Are you comfortable, CJ, with the way that you've left this program? I mean, I know you still have one football game left with Clemson, but it certainly seems as if you've left Clemson better than you found it.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You know, I'm very glad I came back. You know, it's what I wanted to be at. Championship game, graduate, be doing that. So hopefully, you know, younger guys can see, you know, even recruits. You know, you come to Clemson, it's not no layoff. You're gonna compete for championships year in and year out. You're gonna have the opportunity to even graduate, which is our main priority. So, you know, I'm very glad that I came back to play with my teammates. You know, they taught me a lot this whole season about, you know, never giving up, just sticking there and gut it out.
To our left.
CJ, Greg Wallace, Anderson, Penn Mill. What was your mindset being down 13 points in the fourth quarter? It seemed like you personally kind of took the team on your back and made several huge plays to bring it back in.
Well, like I said, you gotta go back to the offensive line. You know, them guys who did a great job earlier establishing the run, and you know, so I kind of got comfortable seeing how the defense was playing, and you know, they was over pursuing one side, so I was able to get a lot of cutbacks, and you know, like I said, can't get no more credit. And they just did a great job tonight of, you know, making the extra play.
Front row.
Heather Dennis with ESPN.com. Devo, some strange things could happen in this bowl selection process. Where do you feel like you guys deserve to be as runner-up of the ACC championship game?
Well, I don't get any say in it. You know, but we're the runner-up in this conference. We had the second best record in the league, 6-2 in our league. You know, I would hope that we would. You know, there's a pecking order, and I would certainly hope that we would be where we're supposed to be. But that's a whole other process.
To our left again.
Devo, Phil Kornblut from Columbia. On Dwyer's last touchdown, was that a open the door, let him in to score because they were looking at a sure field goal so you could get the ball back with one more shot offensively?
No, we didn't want them to score. We wanted to block the field goal and win the game. That's what we wanted to do. We never ever thought we were going to lose a game. Our kids never thought it, and we kept playing. And you know, I thought we were going to win the game 34-33, and you know, they went right down the field and, you know, worked the clock, and we tried to save as much time as we could. But you know, in the end, it might have been a blessing, I guess. You know, we had a minute 20. You know, it's our Wednesday 2-minute drill, minute 20, no timeouts, touchdown to win it. And you know, I think we could have won it. But you know, again, once again, we get a pretty critical holding call.
We have two final
Third
questions.
game in a row. Last drive.
Coach, talk a little bit about your defensive scheme. You had two down linemen and you had everybody else standing up. Was the object to try to pursue and basically rally to the ball?
Well, they're down linemen, but yeah, quantity of guys stand up, and it's about controlling the guy on you, you know, to where you can read and not let them escape and go cut other guys who are coming to pursue, you know, occupying blocks and then getting off of them. But same thing we did the first time we played them. We just didn't do a great job tonight.
Final question, back left.
Jeff Hart, Greenville coach, can you just talk about the difficulty of watching them drive down the field? You got it in hand, and you just can't make the stop on that final drive.
It makes you sick. It's just sickening. You know, again, at some point we're going to grow up and be a championship team again. And we got to make one more play. But we win as a team, we lose as a team. There were a lot of plays in that ball game other than just that last drive. And I'd like to thank our fans. I thought our fans were tremendous. I mean, just unbelievable support out there tonight. I really appreciate you know, them supporting these guys and showing up. And a ton of orange out there, and again, I'm proud of our players. We've come a long way in 1 year. You know, 1 year and 4 days ago, I was accepting this job, and you know, here we are in the ACC championship game. We're the Atlantic Division champs. this is where we're supposed to be. This is where Clemson is supposed to be. This is our standard. This is our expectation. So hopefully we can grow from this. Now, again, a lot of guys have never been here. Hopefully we can grow from this and get back here and finish the job.
Okay, Coach CJ, thank you.
Thank you.